Hey guys, it's Sarah. I've been thinking all day what I wanted to do for this video, and I don't have anything crazy or anything catchy. It's just me speaking my heart. So here goes. I'm sure you read my cover letter by now, and I know there's a lot in it. I'm very detail oriented, like I've told you before. I always feel like I need to explain myself, and I just wanted you to see kind of where I was coming from, where I started, and to where I am right now. Music has always been a huge part of my life. My heart has always been in that. And all growing up, I've always been involved in singing and just different things in church and school. And so, all growing up, I always knew that I wanted to do something in music. There wasn't even another option, that was it. And so, when I went to school, I was going for music, the double major with the vocal performance and education and everything. I wanted to make sure I would have a job in music. I didn't even consider doing anything in church because honestly, at that time, I said I was a Christian, but I really was fooling myself. Just looking back at how I was living my life and everything, I wasn't on the right track, and God knew that, and yeah, it was really hard to see where I was going and to know that I had all these things planned out for myself. And really, I didn't care what God's will was for my life. I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I was gonna go be a singer or be a teacher or be a music therapist, anything. But I really didn't want to do anything in the church because I thought church was so boring and I was too cool for that, and that I wouldn't fit in anywhere with the way that I sang and the styles and everything that I believed in. It didn't fit in any other churches that I'd seen, so I didn't even give that a thought. But just not even having that option, and finding out I was pregnant and having to make the decision of what to do with my life, then it was really hard. I mean, it was cool to think, oh, I'm getting married and I'm having a kid and stuff, and I'll be okay not pursuing my music degree. It's fine. I'll just put it on hold. I'll go to school for something else, just so I stay in school and at least have a degree in something. But I didn't think it would be as hard as it was. And I've living all these years and looking back on it, and I'd always wished that I had finished that. I always felt like something was missing, and I almost felt like a failure because I wasn't able to finish that. And just knowing that that's where my heart was, that's where my passion is, and to be doing stuff 12 years later that is not even related to that was really hard for me. And it took a lot of growing, sorry, in my walk with Christ to know that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And, I got my life back on track, and I got involved in the church with kids. I got involved with music more, and it was great. I finally had somewhere where I could go to at least sing. I wouldn't be making money off of it, but it is something to do that had something to do with music, And yeah, that's kind of where I was at. And coming from my last church, it was awesome. I got plugged in right away. I got to work with some really talented people. That I had always been a good singer, not to boost my ego or anything, but I've always had that gift to sing. And to be able to train with people that made me better was awesome. And I thought that was it. I'm going to be doing this, and I was fine. I was totally fine just being able to sing at church. And after a while, I just felt like that wasn't enough. I had grown so much in my spiritual life, and just knowing that only being able to sing and not even leading worship, but being up there helping assist with worship once a month, maybe twice a month if I'm lucky, it wasn't enough. And I didn't know at the time what it was. I just knew that being up there on the stage and engaging people in worship with me was a totally different experience than being out in the audience and just participating in worship. And I went and met with my worship leader at the time, and I had already talked to Pastor Dave about this and told you about that. I told him that I wanted to be doing more, that I needed to be doing more, and at that time I was told that it wasn't about me. And that kind of took me back because I wasn't really expecting that kind of answer, because that's not what I was going to him about. I wasn't trying to make it about myself and wanting to be in the spotlight. I explained to him, that it's just something different for me being there and engaging with the people. And, it was kind of hard after that, but looking back on that now, and God was just prepping me and changing my heart into not just being a good singer, but becoming a leader. And to be honest with you, this scares the heck out of me because I'm used to leading, but not in front of people. I'm the type of leader that loves to work behind the scenes. I don't like to be front and center. So the thought of having to be up in front of people and talking and being in charge of leading everything, it scares me. I'm very confident in my vocal ability. It's just the whole leading thing that freaks me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But I know that God has called me to Road to Life Church for that reason. Where I was at my old church, there's no way I would be able to achieve that. And so I believe that God used you guys to get me there. And just meeting you guys at the very first vision casting meeting, I knew that it was going to be a perfect fit. Just with my personality and you guys, and it just works really well. And I know that training under you guys would just be an awesome opportunity. And I know that although it scares me to get up and lead and everything, I know that you guys will have my best interest at heart, and you will push me to do it, because I can tell you right now I will need to be pushed at times, because when I get put into a situation that I'm not really comfortable with, I tend to kind of shy away from it. Not that I want to, it's just kind of a reflex for me. It's just, my nature is to do that. But I just hope that you'll take all this into consideration when you're picking interns, and just know that my heart really is in the right place. I'm not doing this for me, I'm doing this for God and to glorify His name, and to help engage other people to glorify His name as well. And I think that's about it. Yeah. So, if anything, just remember, I am the girl in yellow shirt, so that should count as extra points for something, Just kidding. Love you guys.